Well,
Only
I
to
hear you. I hear you. I'm not even going to disagree with that. But I bring up the Proud Boys as a group to highlight that anybody who makes a unified pushback, like the Proud Boys, were the acceptable suburbanite version of the Hell's Angels going down there to clean up these apartment complexes, right? They weren't really 1% motorcycle guys. They were guys who will get into a couple of fistfights in the street, right? Which was it's honestly tame and acceptable compared to this level, right? And look what they did to the Proud Boys. So now imagine actual shooters. They're going to crucify these guys immediately as soon as some brown blood gets spilled. They're going to be like, "Oh my God, white supremacy striking again! It's crazy! Help me!"
yo, what's the young bull that went up to was it Wisconsin? Was it Wisconsin? And then he like ended up shooting them three dudes.
Rittenhouse.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Like so, like they gonna try to make an example out of like. But here's the thing: you don't go out of your way to go to a different area to protect that area because those people don't vote. Like like people that would protect that area would they would protect their own area.
Well,
They don't
that
vote.
wouldn't
They don't
matter.
vote with you.
That
I'm saying
logic
you
would
protect your own.
that logic would go out the window if we're talking about actual like 1% types, because now you're not going to tell them where to go to do
Yeah,
to
no.
handle their
I
business.
get you there because like the morals and everything else is questionable anyway. But what I'm saying is like the average person, you know what I'm saying? They got their line in the sand that you ain't gonna be able to cross. So you ain't gonna go to like some small town in the middle of Iowa thinking you're gonna overrun it. Cause
Oh
like the
no.
sheriff and everybody gonna be like on board, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
with
yeah.
keeping you out.
I stayed in Iowa, and guess what? They with the shits out there in Iowa. Guess what? They got them cornfields. They got the best, you know what I'm saying, coverage for guerrilla warfare. See,
You will
these
fertilize a field so fast.
yep. Again, they got their own produce, and it's like a lot of farms out there. Ain't there's a lot of good old boys out there that you know what I'm saying to protect
They,
the
they got pig farms too.
yep.
Hell, even here we got good old boys, right? That party with the black dudes too. You know what I'm saying, in Tennessee. There's some racist people, man, but for the most part, man, if you done lived around these cats for a minute, they trust you. They don't trust new people,
Well, I think
white
that's
or
a
black.
I think that's a general thing with people for the most part. Like if you live around each other long enough, you have a friendly detente. Like we don't fuck with each other, but we don't fuck with each other either. You know what I'm saying? And I think black folk and white folk, and I've been saying this for a while, but black folk and white folk gonna have to make some priority decisions here, man. Do you hate each other, or do you hate these new people who hate all of you, who hate both of you?
I think the term is basically I'd rather deal with the devils that I know than the devils that I don't.
Right, and then the way I frame it, white folk and black folk in this country are practically blood cousins at this point. We are distant relatives in this American family tree. Not even that distant. I mean, some of us are immediately related, right? But we have a little bit of a national unity that just goes more than just a song and a speech at this point.
Yo, don't even go there. Go to this, right? Okay, so like if y'all family, for example, right? And like, y'all can fight tooth and nail or whatever, like want to take each other's heads off. But if somebody comes and threatens your little brother or whatever, what happened?
I
It's
think
the
there's
same
an
it's the
Arab
same thing
saying.
now.
There's an Arab saying. I think it says, "Me versus my brother, me and my brother versus my cousin, me, my brother, and my cousin versus everyone."
And it's true.
Yeah, there's a circuit. I mean, there's a what do you call it? A logic of the concentric circles kind of grow. You start at your nuclear family, that's who you protect first, and then your extended family, they get a similar level of protection, and then your friends and family and their friends and family, like the network extends very, very organically. And when it comes to like the American framework of things, we're gonna have to make some really, really base decisions at some point, and it's gonna happen quickly.
Did you just guys just describe only men commune in unity? That was crazy.
I
Yes.
mean, it's not like we fought you on it.
I didn't say you did. I'm just saying I so the Venezuelans are black women. All right, cool. Um
No, the Venezuelans are other men.
No. Who's fighting the most, except for the women who are directly affected? Who's against Venezuelans?
Who's
Black women.
against them? Men.
Right.
And this is what I'm saying. It's really a man on man on man. No, pause.
Yeah.
Male. It's male competition. This is the oldest fire, bro. Why would we want other men wrecking shop in our territory? We already got niggas wrecking shop in our territory, and I mean, those are us. So we kind of deal with it soft-handedly, right? But when it comes to outsiders, we kind of want to take a firm hand to that shit,
It
Okay.
wasn't
So
even a Trojan horse, man. It was a red carpet.
right?
yeah, but even historically speaking, right? You could say that red carpet was spread out for the pilgrims, right? Historically speaking, when
I wouldn't say
times of
that. Okay, though.
not when it was in times of conflict, generally speaking, black women will turn on you. Since Pocahontas, since whatever happened in Hawaii with Captain Cook, since Elizabeth Key Stanton. If you guys think, yo, I'm gonna go out here, they mess with my sister, it's gonna work out, and I'm gonna defend my community, she's gonna turn on you, historically speaking. So this is just throwing it out there because I know Mr. O out east, well, he ain't out east, but he closer than I am to what's going on.
I'm not even gonna fight you on that, but I don't really put any weight on the shoulders of black women per se in this context. And that's not to like disagree or to even, I actually do agree with what you're saying, but it's a different frame I think we have to focus on. It's really the white women when you have your average white women who are, and I joke in these things and I say when they give you the permission to be racist, it's not going to actually happen like that. And they're not going to finally say, Bubba, go hang these niggers. Because the women who talk like that, they're not going to change. They already talk like that. And the white girls who don't talk like that, they're not going to necessarily say those words, but they will allow those things. And that's when it changes, right? It's really the mass fear of white women, the collective fear and the trauma of white women. And see, America is not like Europe. I don't know that America will tolerate the grooming gang phenomenon in the way the European nations have. And we're not even talking about like, Islam coming to America per se, but I don't think America is nearly as cucked as the Europeans are, right? The Europeans have had God knows how much Marxist,
Bullshit.
communist, social oppression, like
Uh,
directly repressing their male psyche. Like, I don't know if the average American understands how cucked England is right now. Like, their cops are twerking in the streets with the brown people, as the white people are like, we're tired of being stabbed and assaulted by brown people. Europe is fully cucked. It's dark, and I don't know if America's in that place yet.
Okay, here's where and I'm not gonna disagree with you. I'm gonna give you the next logical conclusion, right? Because I go on these shows and I listen to these coloreds talk about the time in which black women were good people. And I'm not making this a black woman thing. I just want to give you context because I want you guys to stay alive. You guys are funny. I kind of like it, right? They talk about the context of when black families were together and the traditional woman, how she stayed home and taught the kids how to read. And they say 1940s, 1950s. And I say, you do understand that those were the bra burning women of the 1940s that became the feminists of the 1950s, right? And they can't grasp it, right? Because they
Yeah,
don't
but
see history
Dirty,
as,
that wasn't a majority though. That was the minority.
bro, the majority wanted to fuck something else. Okay, I'll give you a perfect example for the colors, right? But you're getting me off my point. I had a point, but I'll come back to it. I won't forget it. When slavery was abolished in 1860, they had a black women's club by 1880 saying they don't want black men. The first black millionaire chick, so it had to be other girls that had money. She just had the first million. Madam C.J. Walker was swearing to God. She was mad that they made a law that she couldn't marry white men. She married 3 light-skinned black men and couldn't scratch that itch for a white man, to the point that her daughter spent her entire $19 million fortune hanging out with white men and gays. This ain't new. They've been the ops. But my point is, when it got to Jim Crow, Willie Lynch, the things that white women wanted to work because they didn't want to listen to George. Black women wanted to be protected because they were going, because Jim Crow was, bro, Jim Crow, I always say Jim Crow was worse than slavery, and people argue with me, but Jim Crow was a horrible thing in which black men, like even your police officers, couldn't carry guns. Like the white cops had guns, black guys had to have billy clubs, which is crazy because a farmer could have a rifle. But anyway, so what they did is they said, okay, all of our malaise as black men come from white women, right? We're gonna burn down Rosewood, we're gonna burn down Tulsa, we're gonna delete Emmett Till over the words of a white woman. Because white men, as Hood said, will ride for the white woman. So they made black men attach their masculinity to protecting black women. So I say all that long-windedly to say the moment Karen convinced George to do something, Keisha gonna send y'all off in a major way. Don't do it. Reconsider.
Well, Keisha will send you off to side with the Venezuelans, honestly, because it's either or. The scenario will be very simple. It's not going to be like a multiple choice. It's going to be a very binary thing. Do you side with the defense of homeland, or do you side with the foreign aggressors, right? And Keisha technically sides with foreign aggressors, right? So there's that.
At all times.
Hey, till she ain't got no attack dog.
To answer a suspicious question real quick, he said, who programmed women to act that way dirty? Nobody. Tyler's gonna Tyler whether Tyler's a soul. Who taught black men to listen to black women with clothes on?
Black women, white men.
I disagree. There's a very tiny hatted answer to that question. I choose not to get into those subjects for obvious reasons right now because I'm trying to chase them shekels. You feel me? But there is an answer to the question.
Hey, but to kind of buttress Dirty's point to a point, the women that fraternized with the German soldiers after World War II in France, for example, they had public spectacles of them shaving their heads in public. You know what I'm saying? So like,
we can't do that because Keisha already bald headed, but it would have been a nice sight to see.
That's how you get the glue, bro. Get the glue. Hey, whatever it takes, man. Alpha.
You got to force white women's hair on her. That's how you shame Keisha.
That ain't gonna work. They already balancing white women.
Nah, Dirty gonna be out here wig snatching, man.
Man, look, I'm gonna be out here with a baby Louisville like Dr. Clark. Like,
I mean, I think that public spectacle thing, it's necessary with the few obvious like bad actors. Like if you're the town slut and you gave it up to all the Germans, like I think that was, all right, maybe you earned that on a small level. It's never going to happen on a mass level, and you shouldn't expect it on a mass level. What can be expected on a mass level is just a general colder shoulder and a hardened heart. That's all men really need is a hardened heart and a colder shoulder, bro. But niggas ain't really there yet.
Oh, my heart's
my heart's
colder than the Eskimos pussy.
Well, I mean, open conflict tends to harden the heart anyway, and so we'll see what happens as things get hotter.
Hell, my heart is more cold than a dead polar bear's pussy in the North Pole.
See what happened when you're not monetized. You say all types of stuff.
Right, you deal with this pimp talking shit. We try and get shekels, nigga.
Speaking of that, man, contribute to the show, man. Donate to the panelists and
show some love and support to conservative everyone if you can.
Oh my God, really?
Angel?
Yeah, it's me.
What's going on, man?
Hey, my man.
Hold on, Angel. You got to mute up.
American
Dirty.
Man? Yeah, you were next up, but yeah, you got it.
Dirty, why you think during this war anyone's gonna be listening to Keisha? Keisha gonna be tight-lipped. Listen. Keisha gonna be tight-lipped. You know why? Because the Venezuelan gang is gonna get to smacking Keisha around. That's the thing. No one has any loyalty to Keisha. Keisha has loyalty to them.
I think you did leave that part of the equation out, dirty folks. Right, just like in Aurora, Colorado, where they're taking over apartment buildings, there are going to be individual black women who feel some kind of pressure from random situations of life, and they'll be pointing at this immigrant. You talked about it before. They be doing shit to old ladies and whatnot. Sooner or later, that kind of thing. Just like that white guy said, the angels aren't coming to Aurora, but if they would come, it would be because somebody fucked with somebody close to the network, and that's Keisha's going to be that kind of thing too. I don't know ultimately, because on a political level, yeah, the woke Keishas, they support immigrations, they believe in the whole broad coalition. You saw the historic black church thing, right? So there is
Yeah,
that, but
yeah. Again,
once it
right?
comes to your own physical safety, that decision makes itself. You don't even make the decision at that point.
But you know what though? Him saying that about the biker guys, right? I was proud of him because you know what he really said, right? Kill for the logo. A man without a logo is a lost man.
Yeah, understood.
But shout out to them, man. Ride out on them.
Yeah,
But
like
the
yeah.
black
So
logo
like,
is really Keisha though. So I
Right,
do
right. So
think
you
it's
can't be
gonna
black.
become. I do think it's gonna come down to
uh,
Keisha feels the brunt, and she's gonna want things to be done on her behalf, and the men around her are the only one to call for it.
Wait. Keisha the jump man?
uh,
Come on.
Always has been. You've been trying to get in there,
Always, bro.
American man.
Always.
the black logo being Keisha, I reject that notion. My logo is the American flag. You guys can speak for yourselves on that one.
That's the
I have
black
no
male
loyalty.
conundrum, though. Like guys
I
like us, I
not
can make
mine.
that distinction,
That's
but the
not my
most
conundrum.
most black guys, most men of American black descent, it's a Keisha thing, and so it's gonna play out
Not me.
differently.
Not me. I was
I
still in
don't
the
know. I know
old
where I
school
stand,
giving her no.
so I don't know. I got no loyalty to Keisha. Sorry, I'm
And
loyal to.
shout out to True Hype with the $5 donation for the feeling in the air tonight. By the way, support the panel, y'all. Feed the panelists. I got a lot of niggas in my house. They about to get hungry.
I know, right? But that's the difference, though, bro. When you do it for the whatever your logo is, whatever your crest is, right? You do it for the logo, right? For my cult, for my clique, right? When you do it, extended. If white women ask white men to do it, George does it for the community, so he does it for America, right? Because he wants a commune and unity. He wants his family to be safe. You can't have a family with Keisha, not a nuclear one, and you don't own shit. So really, you're doing it for Keisha. It's a totally different thing. It's for the girl. It's not for the community. It's not
See,
for the logo.
I know. I know, and you're right. It's not for the girl. And actually, you kind of you stole my thunder a bit. I didn't really catch what you were saying until just now, but that's exactly what I was going to point out. Keisha is sort of, I'm not Keisha, Becky is sort of like holding the idea of the white man. She's sort of the spiritual restraint. Because I made this point to I was over there with the pro blacks in them a while ago, and I was telling them how the white man, as soon as feminism became a thing, that was the white man beginning to be less racist, right? Because anti-racism and feminism seem to go hand in hand, because women are like nice to strangers and shit sometime. Like it's gonna be the women who feel sympathy for some stranger. Like if you and your girl are walking past a homeless guy, more than often it's gonna be the woman who wants to give up some money more than the man, right? It's that kind of thing with women. And white men have been kind of emotionally restrained by female morality, and they're waiting for women to get out of the way so they can defend the logo properly. And it's not really about love of Becky per se, though.
I stopped by here at 12th and Dallas. Got quite a few of our officers out here that are out here tonight again. I've been out here for several weeks, making contacts with our residents, reassuring them about the criminal activity that's happening here and how we're going to address it. We're out here. We want to reassure the people that live in this community that we are actively investigating criminal activity that's happening and listening to them to so that we can learn anything that we're missing. What are we missing, and actually find out what exactly is going on. We're out here because we care. I mean, nobody should be wearing this uniform if they don't care, and we want the residents and the people.
Becky's Becky thinks the government's job is to care, and not just Becky, but girls in general. I was talking about the conversation I had with my daughter, and she kind of expressed a similar sentiment, like the government's job is to take care of you. And like, no, no it's not. You say that because you're a girl, you're young, you don't know shit yet, but it's not. But most girls naturally think that.
People
Well,
that live here
even
know
if
who
it
we
was
care.
hood, how they gonna actually do it with competence?
Yeah, the girls, bro, they don't know.
We've been talking to the residents here and learning from them to find out what exactly is going on. And there's definitely a different picture. I'm not saying that there's not gang members that don't live in this community, but what we're learning out here is that gang members have not taken over this complex. We've really made an effort to the last few days to just really ask the specific questions and the direct questions in terms of the gang activity and who's actually making sure that people aren't paying rent to gang leaders or gang members, that that's not happening. And we've discovered here today and yesterday talking to so many residents that that's not the case. We've been talking.
Police Becky wants to assure you that Venezuelan gang members are not taking over parts of your city. Police Becky wants you to know she's here and she cares.
Hey,
And
go ahead, go ahead.
no, I was gonna kick it over to Angel for a minute because we were talking about the white man being held back. Damn, the Angel. Oh no, I was gonna kick it to Angel for a second and get his take on Police Becky caring about the community and everything we've been talking about up to that point, being held back by the morality of women and whatnot. You got it though.
Is this um like I've been listening, but like I came in a bit late. Like, what exactly did this police officer do?
Nothing. She didn't kill one Venezuelan gang member. She didn't arrest a goddamn
So
person.
wait, she's like being relieved or is got in trouble for doing nothing?
Well, she went to the neighborhood to ask people if, basically, to ask them to tell on the Venezuelan gang members, like, are you being extorted for your rent money by Tren de Agua? Blink 3 times if you've been extorted. Right? It was that kind of thing, and I guess nobody said they've been extorted, so it's all safe.
There's nothing wrong with the police officer doing the duty of her, like asking the bleeding 3 times if you've been extorted by Venezuelan, and it's just like investigative work that officers do. It ain't the FBI that just investigates scenes of the crime. Police officers investigate scenes in your local area all day. If you see a couple of police cars surrounding the business or area that you'd be passing, or right up the street from your home. Like, do you even understand why officers at times are there for several
Come on, bro. Let's
hours?
get past the feather babble. This is feather babble. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I was try to ease into it, but I already see
It's
how
feather
this might
babble.
play out. Look,
Yeah,
look,
yeah, yeah.
like what she basically said, and I don't really want to play the clip again, but she's kind of trying to put the public at ease, saying that
Yes,
there's
it's
no
cleanup
threat.
duty. It's
She's
cleanup
saying
duty.
she's saying there's no threat here, though. That's kind of, I don't know if you caught that, but that's what she's saying, and she's not like investigating a crime scene per se. It's not that what you just described.
I
No,
mean,
Because
if there's
they're
like
making the
trying
no
to
clear,
cover it up.
yeah, it's
Listen, they're
making the
trying to
mayor and the
cover it
governor
up.
look bad, making them look really bad. So now they got to do this PR campaign to put the
Yes.
public at ease and the national public
Yes.
especially at ease.
so is she like imagining something that ain't really there?
Snowman, take the link, man. I need you to sub in real quick, bro.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry
No, I'm not kicking you out or nothing, but you seem to be taking a little bit of a contrarian position, and that's great. I'm
Well,
not
I'm
going
just
to
trying
kick
to
you out for
understand
that.
it. I'm just trying to understand it in full. I'm just trying to make sure, what exactly is making her be the target that she's become. When I'm just
No
trying to
one's targeting
fabricate.
her.
Well,
No
I
one's
mean,
targeting her.
outside of being a woman in law enforcement, like I will always target her for that shit. But outside of that, no, she's attempting to put a happy face on the threat that everyone is obviously complaining about, which is Tren de Agua taking over actual physical territory, properties, apartment complexes.
Hey, let me weigh in on this. This is Mr.
Yeah.
Royce. How you guys doing?
What's going on, Mr.
Hey,
Royce?
Roy.
Moses, you got it next. We're gonna come right back to you, Moses.
Hey,
Coming,
Royce, what's her rank?
yeah.
What's her rank?
She looks to be a chief of police. When you start seeing
4
stars,
stars, yeah.
right? That's some kind of chief. That being
That's why they get
said,
ran over, bro. How you gonna have
yeah,
a woman that's cheap? You know what? Go ahead, bro.
yeah.
And just like I want to know how many men in the department are tagging the said chief to get extra overtime or and said things like the ones in Memphis.
No,
getting
no,
ran by-
she
She
don't look
ain't
like that.
doing none of that. Yeah, she
She
ain't
don't look
doing
like
none
Hey,
of that.
so,
She
hey, look,
she
you got
is
the
shitting on
4,000
guys
on her
every
face.
chance she get.
Right. She's trying to show she got the biggest clit. She's one of those.
Right. She's
Oh, you
trying to be the
got it,
hog with
Royce.
the big nuts.
All right, go
Okay,
ahead.
all right. She is there to calm the fears of white women. That's what she's there for. She is there to make white women feel brave and unafraid and to feel like the situation is under control right until the gunshots start firing out and she go hides behind something and then it's like oh shit. But that's all she's there for. She's the mouthpiece. She is for the media and for the politicians. She is there to get votes. That's what she's there for. Now, as far as Venezuelans and Keisha and Heather, y'all got to. Here's an interesting way to look at it. Actually, it might be a good thing for the SBE guys because the Venezuelans are obviously putting some pimping. They brought some pimping with them, and you see what they doing. They out there got all kinds of tail being sold. They out there got a whole bunch of they out there, got them on the blade, and that
Bro,
comes with a
they was selling bootleg gasoline, bro. They got
right.
sophisticated operations, man.
Right. Hey, listen. They got some pimping about themselves, and they'll haul off and use some guerrilla pimping. So for all the strong and independent Keishas and Heather, hey, one of the Venezuelans might might put some pimping in it, and that might be a good thing for the SBE guys because then them chicks don't need protection. They're gonna be like, oh
Yo,
man, little bitty 5 foot Hector, he don't, he my size, so he don't care about all that gender stuff. So we'll see.
Nah.
I'm gonna mute now.
You know the great thing about them bringing a pimping down, even though I don't support Venezuelan vagina, is number one, they lie, right? Because they all lie and say that's their husband, like every Venezuelan man a cuckold, right? And number two, they charging $20, which is half price of what y'all supposed to be paying anyway. I don't know what these $500 dates are. I'm 2 tacos, so I get $40 for grace. I don't understand 2 bills anyway. It should be 1 bill, $5, $10, $20.
I mean, it's different levels to the market, but still, they lowering the overall
They're
market.
lowering the overall market. So what the Venezuelan men understand that black men don't is that women don't care about their body. They really don't. They do it for the companion, right? And for you to sell your body to people who have more money than your pimp, it's not about you being a high value man either. It's about they know that they men to take them to Al 5. Al 5 is the answer to all y'all ills. Even on the Venezuela.
Facts.
Venezuela's in the Al
Facts.
5 too.
Yeah, let me kick it to C Moses real quick, man. You've been here for a minute. You've been waiting. What's going on, Moses?
What up? I actually just sat back like 30 seconds ago, so let me listen to it so I know where we're at in the conversation.
All right, I'm gonna come back to you in a second. Yo, Fisherman, you were next up on the roster, bro. What's going on?
I'm just got here too, so I'm just gonna wait and see what exactly we're talking about.
All right, Snowman, I reached out to you specifically because I wanted to get the angry white guy opinion on it, and I guess the white guys on the panel weren't angry enough yet. So here we are.
Yeah, why are we letting helmets on the panel?
Hey, let it flow.
Can you show us some of that? Can you show us some of that rural white rage, Snowman, please?
that was it. That you know what? That's the most dangerous rage. That controlled rage. Like, yo, why you got the helmet?
I'm really starting to question your level of sanity and your cognizant ability there, Hood.
Well, I have like an open door panel policy.
No,
for
sir.
the most
No,
part.
you don't, sir. No, you don't. Quit. Don't cap. We all know that's bullshit.
No, how is it bullshit? I don't restrict people broadly unless you're an asshole. I don't typically
helmets.
I don't even know who, dude. I don't even know.
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
He's talking about the feather babble.
No, that's not what I meant. I didn't know it was coming.
Well, that's why you don't just say. That's why you don't just say, "Put on the panel." You know, that's how you get porn bombed, dummy.
That is true. That is true. That happened once too. It was fucked up.
Helmets, sir. Helmets.
I'm sensing a personal knowledge here.
Helmets never bring anything positive to a discussion.
Hey,
I'm feeling an energy here.
The white man got to put him in his place. That's what I'm talking about.
Jesus Christ, man! You know, if I didn't come around every now and again to remind you that there's a certain level of decorum you need to continue having on these panels for people to take you serious, you get yourself shut down.
You gotta teach me how to be white, bro. I don't know.
The white man and his white. You know what? That's why I rock with
the panel now.
I rock with Snow, even though you know, I had a dream this morning. That's a lie.
I swear to God, if you're about to tell these motherfuckers you were dreaming about me, we are not friends no more.
That's a lie. But I did decide this morning that, you know, one day me and Hood gonna have to fight. I mean, me and Snow, we're gonna have to fight. It's gonna, you know, at the end,
it's gonna happen, dude. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, then we're gonna have shake hands and have a beer afterwards, but we're gonna have a big tumble. So when it happens, I hope somebody got to
the only reason why we didn't fight on the first meeting is because we wanted there to be a second meeting.
Yeah, you know, you can't fight on the first date, you know.
See, there you go again with that.
This already sounds weird. This whole conversation. Listen, I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna
dirty and helmet.
No, I'm gonna hard reset this whole conversation. Snowman, I'm gonna pitch a question to you, and we're gonna get right back on track. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but it's gonna unhappen. The whole point I was building up to when I even started with this clip with the police Becky here, I was saying that when feminism started, that was the beginning of the white man softening his stance, right? The white male aggression starts to tamping down once feminism rises, right? Because, you know, feminists, the white girls, they don't want you to be mean to the poor, weak non-whites. That's how it plays out. So you got to be nicer to them now. Right. And that starts this whole process, which leads us to this point. And here we are today with Police Becky. And I'm making the argument that white men would actually act swiftly and aggressively if not for the moral policing of white women.
You know, that's probably a very accurately fair statement. All these white, like you're obviously assessing, all these white police women are doing, they're just there to be tattletales. That's it. That's all they're there for. They're Karens with a badge. They have no business. She has no business being there to begin with, at all whatsoever.
Right, because
don't they have a PR person already?
I mean, I think she's kind of the PR person too, just being a
white woman. Because look, even my wife will tell you she wrote a blog about a couple years back, and it was called "White Woman Privilege" because that's the only privileged people really in America, in her opinion. Me, I'll take it all the way to white women and Keisha are very privileged.
I think there's that awful thing, the affluent white liberal female. I think that's how you say it. Affluent white female liberal, the awfuls, right? I think there is a privilege there.
Well, almost every white. Well, what she was saying is almost every white woman. She doesn't care who they are. They can get pulled over by the cops, start crying, show a little bit of cleavage, and get out of a ticket.
That black women do.
That's white women privilege.
Literally did that.
I think black women have less of that, but it's a female
but black women they do have less of that because they're more likely to get punched in the mouth by a cop.
Right. That's why, because black women are vaginal men. They don't act like women.
Right. Because see, female privilege is a thing, and white women on the hierarchy of American women, white women are at the pinnacle of white American femininity. Right? Black women aren't really even close. That's why they get punched in the mouth more than female privilege from police.
But it's not because they're black. It's because they're loud. Like I said, I got cousins show cleavage. I'm like, I didn't even know I couldn't bust a U-turn on a fucking.
But basically, the only reason why this fucking dumb Karen is there, she's just there to tell you that you're violating somebody's civil rights. Apparently, that's the only purpose for her to be there, to prevent you from doing your job properly. And stop interrupting me when I'm talking.
God damn, go ahead, white man, stupid motherfucker.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. Like, hey, when y'all get finished with your buddy cop adventures, man, y'all need to do another show together.
They don't call us. What was it? More
Buddy cop adventures.
It was like 48 hours or some shit.
I'm gonna turn to Die Hard, bro. That's correct. Not Die Hard. What was the one? What
was that? I
like
think it was Die Hard that had
Lethal
Weapon. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And it made us Lethal Weapon, bro. That's what.
Hey, you're the black guy. Shut up. We're talking.
Yeah, this is a personal thing. I swear to God, you guys know each other, man.
Did y'all woke up and chose violence this afternoon, gentlemen? Damn.
No. Listen, you got to understand. White drama is called. It's mysterious and it's hazy. Like, because being on the outside, I just can't always fathom it.
Sir, that other person you're referring to is not white. Drama. That is not a white man. You are wrong.
Really?
You revoked his white card?
He never had one. He never had one.
Enlighten us.
Like, my papers say that I'm not white, so there's that.
Okay, so you're not white. I misidentified you earlier. That's on me. My apologies, Mr. Not White. For the record, what do the papers say then?
Just say
I'm technically native, but the outside of that, the papers just say Native American.
They say he is not a documented immigrant.
One way or another, you deserve a check. So I give you that, man. I would give you.
Yo, hold on. We got the white man policing our national borders right here on the panel. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
I'm trying to show you how to racism properly, Hood.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
No one else around here is going to show you how to do it right, so I will.
That's why you're my friend. I chose you.
Oh, we're friends now? You're my Negro now?
I don't know if I'm your Negro. I'm going to keep my papers to myself, but we can be friends.
Man.
When did we stop being friends? Hold on, Snowman. When did we stop being friends?
I don't know. I thought we were friends since the first time we met.
Right, like what the fuck I ever do to you? Jesus Christ, goddamn.
Well, there was that one time on BMT stream, but I've let that go. It's been long enough now. I've let it go.
Hey, just like a woman, he brought it up again. That's what I'm talking about.
You know what? I'm gonna let you have that one. You can be great today, True High.
Listen, we got serious things to work on, man. We got like racism battles ahead of us and shit. We got a country to save, man. We got to put that old shit behind us. I'm trying to show these Negroes the way.
Right. Hey, man. First thing you need to do is you need to cut Keisha off. Get rid of her. Cut her off everything. That's why you can't racism properly. You're trying to let a woman tell you how to racism.
Dude, no, you sound like me talking to the pro-blacks when they were talking about being racist. I'm like, you can't be racist. You're feminist. There are no feminist racists. What the hell?
I've never seen one white supremacist organization that was ran by a woman.
Ever. They don't properly, bro. They just sleep with whoever wins.
Women don't.
If anything, the women get passed around in them organizations because that's all they're good for.
Right. And I've never seen a fire ever have a woman on their team.
The fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, what you said. You
right.
Never mind. I don't want to know what you were. Never mind. I take it back. I don't want to know what you were talking about.
If you like want to know, Hood, I think I understand what this video was about now. Like, I
Oh,
agree
Jesus
with
fucking
you that
Christ.
the world of feminism have been too controlled over the years. But at the end of it, the women still have the rights. But do I believe women should be police officers, politicians, in the military, army, or even in the fire department? No, like they are more so in the medical field of professionalism. They know, like goddamn, like security guard, like that one Becky who failed with the FBI or the agents of the attempted assassination back in July. Like she like didn't do a proper job, and I think she was relieved, wasn't she? But it created
Check
this
your
whole
Cash App, Hood.
You know, I gotta take the
I
L on
think I
this one.
know what this is too. I feel something in the air. I feel a disturbance in the force.
I started this line of conversation. I take this L. My bad.
It's always y'all. It's always y'all glazed donuts. It's always
Yeah, Snowman. I knew, Angel. It's been fun talking to you, but the council has voted.
Are they
Bye.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Snowman has white man a bounty, because you know the white man. He's the bounty guy. He's been the
Hey, we
bounty
got
hunter traditionally in America. He's offered a $15 bounty. Then he paid the bounty himself. So you know, there's that. Angel,
hey, we gonna
Angel.
call Snowman is Flash from now on, from Spider-Man.
Angel, you
He doesn't get final words. Bye.
No, I'm just telling him, Angel, you've been removed from the island. It's been nice having you.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. You using that privilege, man. Using
what?
that privilege.
Yo, what's the name of that movie with the wrestler? But it's an action movie. He thought he was terminally ill, so he put a hit on himself. He was a hitman and put a hit on himself. I've been seeing the commercials.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
you talking about the new one? The new one with Batista.
Yeah, with Batista. Yeah. Snow just did a Batista. He put out the hit, then paid the hit. Like,
hey, Snowman got the Negan energy today, man.
Yeah,
bro.
Shit, man.
I just ain't got time for retards.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not even mad at that because the energy was all wrong anyway. And
It was.
I want
to throwing off your panel. I saved your panel. You're welcome.
Yeah, so I'm not even fighting you about that. I want to get back to Fisherman real quick. I laid out the scenario again. You know, the white woman has kind of been holding back the proper policing of the nation by the white man, and I'm arguing that it's the white woman who will finally step aside and allow the white man to, you know, do what needs to be done, or not. Maybe she won't ever, and things won't ever happen. But what say you, Fisherman?
Well, if she won't do what we want what needs to be done, then that's why she gets put in the hole in the backyard.
shout out to the hole in the backyard.
That's why we keep a flower garden with a hole in it.
There's always the hole in the backyard. But Fisherman, what say you?
I mean, that's true. And like, women put in this position shouldn't be there. And in order to solve stuff like this, you have to use violence. And that is not in a woman's deck of cards to problem solve.
Women violence is in their deck of cards. They just use it differently.
Right.
Well, they don't. They're not going. A bunch of women are not going to get together with guns and drive Venezuelan gangs out of buildings.
No, they'll get together with guns and drive black people out of buildings.
No, they won't.
Risk is not in a women's wheelhouse. Violence is, because they do violence by proxy. They do baby deletions, all of that stuff.
Yeah, they're not going to problem solve with this scenario. In order to fix this, they're going to try to keep the peace without offending people. And she answers to the highest authority, you know, which is the federal government and the media, yada, yada, yada. And all of that stuff is promoting this diversity, equity, inclusion. And the government is the highest form of violence, which is what she, as the woman, you know, respects the most. Like, women don't want to admit that, but they just respect whoever has the biggest stick. And she's going to push that.
I just want to point out that the glasses on her face are a telltale sign that she doesn't need to be in this position and that you need to run from her.
Bro,
she's already women, they fail upwards.
Position, bro.
They can't do anything. Like I've seen this in my own workplace. They can't do like the actual job, so they get put in management positions because they can't fuck anything up when they're in management positions.
Well, you tell me one woman that gets excited when she calls the cops and a woman shows up.
She's HR. She fucks up the money.
Thank you. She earned her position, bro. Nobody does paperwork like she does paperwork. Nobody.
I told y'all what she was there for. She is there to quell the fears of other white women and to make them think that it's okay. She's a politician. That's what she is.
I want to tell a brief story. The whole European migrant crisis, it got kicked off a few years back. I mean, it was already quietly growing, but it really got amped up a few years back with the Syrian war. And there was one particular event that was a flashpoint. There was a guy who he was photographed holding his the drowned body of his small child, right? And so there was this famous photo of like this migrant father and his dead son coming out of the water that he drowned in some boat accident, right? As it turned out, that guy was the captain of the boat. He overfilled the boat. He drove in a reckless time in like rough water, and so the boat sank and he killed his kid. But that photo was used to guilt trip the European public, like, oh, look at what's happening. We have to save the children, right? These Venezuelans have children. All the migrants have children. They bring their children here for that reason. And that's where women are weak. That part right there.
The bulk of the people that are showing up are war-age males, though.
What happened to the old school conquerors and colonizers that didn't give a damn? But like, man, the kids dying, feed them to the alligators, and we make some more.
That's what happened to them.
They got softened by women.
Right. So you had all these rough and tumble men come out of World War I and World War II.
Well, see, this is what happened to the white man. He got invested in gangster rap and started acting like his black counterpart and lost control of his community.
I would say he started trying to be an R&B.
Respect his truth. Y'all gotta respect his truth.
No, we don't. Look, what happened to the white man? He became the first makeup. No. He became the first makeup artist and started drawing on his face like Kiss, permanent hair purple.
Yeah, that is.
He wanted to be gay, to call it androgynous because he still wanted to have a family at home. So he wanted to suck dick in private, and he weakened himself. And
it's just crazy how quick all of you guys came to bat for gangster rap, man. I can't believe it.
No. I'm not coming back for gangster. I'm just telling you that's when y'all got weak. Gangster rap came later. The Wiggins came later. Y'all was already in makeup.
Look, they got speed metal. They got racist country music. They even got alternative music. You know what I'm saying? They got the speed metal, heavy metal.
Yeah, we do, but our music isn't convincing us to kill ourselves.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
Sir, I want you to understand. Suicide. Hold on. Because suicide and going to war with your community are two different things.
No, but that's the difference. No, hold on, real quick. That is a key difference. The white music scene is a little bit more suicidal. That's why self-harm and the emo crowd and all that. These people they hate life and all that. That's the white music scene. That's kind of the darker side of it. But the black music scene is more homicidal. Like, we don't turn the rage inward, we turn the rage outward. And it's a similar thing, but it's like polar opposites even.
No, it's exactly what No, it's absolutely true.
So Kurt Cobain, right? Rock stars will kill themselves. What gangster rapper has killed himself?
No Hood. Check this
out. What gangster rapper is OD'd on
heroin? Extension killed himself. But here's the thing.
Go to trial because
what gangster rapper has What gangster rapper has convinced a bunch of kids to sit in their bedroom by themselves and put a gun to their head?
Right, that's white rock. That's a whole different thing. It's inward rage.
But that what I said, and you guys heard me say this before. I know Snow heard me say it before. When you deal with biracial girl, you get a white mom, black dad. Never get a black mom, white dad, because white mom suicidal, black mom homicidal. And I'd rather her kill herself than kill me. I say that all the time. I be serious.
I'll give you that one. I stand corrected. Mac Miller.
Hey, that was a smash hit around 2010, right? But that biracial girl joint.
But Mac Miller is a rapper, but he's white though. It's weird.
Right. So really kind of.
And again, Eminem was talking about offing himself and suicide shit. He's a white rapper.
No, he wasn't talking about offing himself. He was talking about offing everybody but him and his daughter.
Right. His baby mama and his actual mama. And I'm with that.
His rage was more proper.
Right, I'm with that, man. Forget your baby mama and your mama.
But his rage was still white rage because his outward rage was white shit. It wasn't black shit.
No, actually, his rage was just American man rage. Like that's why.
When you listen to what Eminem was rapping about, that's white shit that he's rapping about.
The trailer park is white boy shit, but wanting to beat up your mom and your baby mama, that's American shit.
No, before that, Eminem's first rage was against Keisha. Y'all forgot about that?
Yeah, the black girl.
Yeah, but dude, does that really count?
Yeah, we know about it.
Fair enough.
You don't want to call your boy M.
Look, I'm just trying to bring M back to the white diaspora, man. Why is it that look? Any other time you guys don't want to take ownership of him? He gentrifying music.
I'm not even trying to take ownership.
But this is the same Eminem that can wax poetically about balls and eyeballs and Vicodin, but then he gets so flustered he can't even mention Orange Man. This is crazy, man. This dude is a wordsmith beyond his time, but then he gets flustered. To
2024 Eminem is technically what they call that, a clone.
No, he should have retired. He should have retired and just stayed away from it all.
No, when he came back with a beard, that we knew that wasn't Eminem.
It's weird though how this conversation about immigration, illegal immigration, really, and then that shifted toward latent white male rage, and I think these two issues are intimately intertwined.
They are,
because I would argue that one of the reasons for the N-word rage and sort of the misplaced rage of the Eminems and whatnot, mad at my woman and my girl, because you're not allowed to be mad at the things that you're actually mad at, or not really. You're not allowed to be mad at the things that are really fucking your life up. And so you turn the rage inward, right? Whereas even you could even make that relationship with hip hop too. We're not really focused on the things that are actually fucking our lives up as young black men. So we turn that rage on one another.
It's not that you're not allowed to rage about it. You're not even allowed to discuss it, even mention it.
Right.
You gotta pretend like it's not even there.
The rage is unfocused and shit, and so which brings us back to White Becky right here. She's a lens to disperse the rage, right? We can't focus the rage properly. She's a crooked lens, and so the rage never gets focused properly. She's sitting there trying to tell everyone that these bad things aren't actually bad things, and you're the bad person for even thinking there's a bad thing that needs to be fixed.
Hey, meanwhile, don't believe your lying eyes when you got Ring doorbell footage with everybody with sticks, as old boy was calling it.
Exactly. And we skipped over a couple of people earlier. See, Moses, I don't know if you got a chance to speak up on this yet.
I did not. I just want to add that where you're getting at, I think, with the left and just that the group that we're talking about, it's a war they have against reality. So they just don't want the reality of social issues, social settings, all of that to really play and take its course. They want to manipulate it and make you think that what you're seeing is not actually what you're seeing. That's from a hierarchical standpoint, and also just with what you're getting at with the issues and how to solve for it. It's a war on reality, I believe.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that is a fundamental element of the left, whether it's socially or politically. It's, don't believe your lying eyes. All, men can be women, yet believe all women. That's weird that those two things exist at the same time. Men can be women, but believe all women. Why don't we believe all men?
Yeah, all their ideology and dogma is all about subverting reality.
Which is
with that being
once you
said,
get programmed by it, it's hard to even come back from it, because then you have to be honest, or you have to identify that you don't see reality for what is that. It's such a your world has to completely flip upside down, And in order for you to acknowledge that, you have to like realize that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But you're right.
Hey, real quick, Dirty Royce J, I got your Cash App today too, man. I appreciate you.
I don't never get no Cash Apps. That's why I don't do my own shows.
No problem.
Well, that's because you never acknowledge anybody. You just take their money, go buy tacos, and pretend like they didn't fund your shit. You can't even buy a decent mic, dude.
My mic is awesome.
Why would anybody help fund your show when they know that you ain't using it to fund your show?
I just want a fucking $200 mic. Are you serious?
Crockett and Tubbs, man. Y'all gotta chill out.
Yeah, I want to kick it to Mel too. Well, actually, no, Mel, hold on a second. Freedman's Journal, you were next up. Mike, check Freedman. Are you there, Freedman? Freedman may be off doing daddy.
Hey. We're here. We're here.
What's up, Freedman?
No, man.
Yeah, so jump in anywhere.
Everything good.
We kind of all over the place for a second.
Oh, bro, I just wanted to go back to the daggone California Democrats undermining reparations, bro.
That's hilarious.
That is chef's kiss, man.
Yeah, we didn't touch that as a panel. Thank you for bringing that up, Freedman, because that was the whole start of the show, by the way.
Reparations is such a complete grift and always has been. And it's amazing to me how many people are just somehow they were sold on it. You know how it was like 3 weeks ago was the economy's awesome, Joe Biden is awesome, now the economy's terrible and Kamala will fix it. It's like reparations, dude. It was a fringe theory
in 3 weeks,
right up until Obama was elected, and then they needed to polarize everything again, and now reparations, and just
get a job.
Black Democrats clowning these people to their faces. Just chef's kiss, man. Just throw the
Freedman's. It was the best stand up that's been put out this year.
Oh,
I'm telling you, because I laughed when I saw the news clips about it.
You know what?
I laughed so hard.
He was laughing in their face.
I was laughing this morning covering that because did you not see this coming? I saw it coming, and I knew for years this was the game. We will promise you reparations because it feels right, but we can never actually give it to you because we need the votes.
Hood, you know what's funny about all this? You remember me and you about 3 years ago was sitting up on BMT's channel arguing with him and all these dumbass strags that he has on his panel, telling them that with these sanctuary cities, that what we see right now is what we were going to get. And they tried to tell us we were crazy, that we were racist and all that other shit. Remember?
Yeah, but this is easy. This is easy to like kind of map out what's going to happen next, because
Apparently.
And anybody that plays chess, thinks a couple moves ahead, and the people that don't can't fathom what other people like having the in the toy box, if you will. I mean,
it's all been easy, honestly. It's just that most people haven't been paying attention. We've been keeping our eye on other things. Been watching.
I call cap on that too. I call cap on that too because there's been people trying to make sure that these idiots know what's going on. They refuse to accept the truth.
You're correct. There's always been people trying to ring the alarm bell, but what I'm speaking to is like the broad culture, like pop culture. I think you could say it exists to keep you from focusing directly and solely on these critical things. It's the bread and circus of Rome.
You know what? Now that you bring that up, that's another one of the things that I've noticed that is a very big difference between white and black. It seems like black cares about pop culture more than white.
White does too. I don't know if that's totally
white culture is popular culture, by the way. But
right, you guys are pop culture. We're just a little part of it.
But here's an iron. Once again, repeal the 19th. So all of these things you're saying is true. Like she's the border czar, but she's talking about if you elect me, I'll send more. Send them now. Go send more cops. Then send them now. This is literally your job right now. Right? The reparations deal is nothing but black women with white husbands. Always. You can Google it. Every black woman who talks about reparations, Google who their husband are. It's always going to be a white guy. So that's a grift, right? They picked the right woman to say that shit because they know she can it can control.
I'm glad I never got trapped into that, because back in the day, I didn't have a bunch of people like you guys to warn me about this shit. I would have walked right into a damn landmine.
And in addition to that, the white man's ice is colder because Tyler's always an imaginary life, right? So even on my channel right now, and I want to give a shout out to Ash. Ashley, I don't agree with you, but Ashley got a comment. She says she don't like the idea of voting for a candidate who was found guilty of felonies and out on bail for $200,000 because he tried to illegally overturn results of an election. Number one, you can always challenge the results of an election. Al Gore did it. It's some black chick in Alabama doing it right now. You did it in high school when you went for class president.
Hillary Clinton did it.
Everybody,
even though she conceded, she's still challenged.
Right, you can challenge. That's not illegal. Also, having the exact same crimes as a sitting president, but they say Joe Biden was too senile to face charges, but Trump was not.
And then to top it all off, the felonies that he got were actually paperwork charges where somebody put the wrong information down on paperwork. That's what.
But this is
80% of his.
The biggest irony.
Trump has not been charged with anything insurrection related. Nothing he's been found guilty of is insurrection related.
And technically, he hasn't been charged with anything because it's all going through appeals court right now. So until it's finalized,
that's a wrap. It's 5 black women in the appellate court.
But I'm gonna say this real quick. This is nothing but a big fucking cash grab by my own damn city of New York. And one semester money is an easy cash grab to get from a president that we hated. There you go. He paid his fine.
That's why I like you, Mel. That's why I like you. You keep shit a buck all the time.
But that's not where I was going to go with it. I'm going with the whole accusation because once upon a time, I did a magazine called Convict Cooking. And every model that was in Convict Cooking didn't want to get half naked because she didn't want to have felons masturbating to her. And all of their baby daddies was in jail. The girls was getting fucking PhDs to fuck with niggas on parole. But for a black woman to tell me they don't support a criminal, y'all just don't support white criminals, which means white man's ice is colder. So shout out to Snowman for being a white man on the panel.
Nah, that's not true, Dirty. That's not true. They'll support criminals. And the problem is, what you should have did is what Andrew Tate did. If you get a woman to convince another woman that they should get naked, then it'd be cool.
That's what I do all the time.
It would have been empowering.
Dude, I'm telling you, the strip club's a whole lot funner if you bring a woman with you.
Man, this... You know, no, I like to go to the strip club and rob the strippers, but that's different. That's a whole different topic.
Jesus Christ, man!
I don't rob them. I just take the money out their G-string that other people put in,
and pick the money up off the floor once.
Yeah, shit like that. Put it under my shoe and slide my foot slowly back. You know, shit like that.
Hey, Arnie's was a time and a place that
I feel like I'm being implicated in some future crime that I don't want to be a part of.
Yo, don't mention the said crime. You'll be all right. All right.
Yeah, too late, man. You the getaway driver now, man.
Dude, I want to make sure tomorrow I go do something to get my license suspended.
One last part of the plan we had the other day. We got a replacement for Dave, man.
Yeah, you the getaway driver, bro.
Dave, the hell I am, dude. I'm going to get my license suspended. I ain't driving none of you motherfuckers around.
Suspended license don't stop.
Not a single one of you look like Miss Daisy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's right, Royce. I'm gonna call him habitual from now on.
You know, if you drive a suspended license and get arrested again, they're gonna call you black, right? Because you know you go to jail twice.
Dude, you know I had. Look, I got my license pointed out once because too many driving under suspensions. I had 14 of them in like 3 years.
Bro, I had 60.
Yikes!
In 12 years, I had 60.
Yikes! Yeah, I should have been calling you habitual. God,
Shut up! Shut up! I'm just trying to be honest with you. You're using it as ammo.
No, I'm with you though, bro. I went to civil court, bro. And
hey, bro, I drove from the age of 21 until I was 33 without a license.
Bro, I went from 18. I lost my driver's license on my 18th birthday. I got it at 10 o'clock that morning and lost it at 10 o'clock that night and didn't get that motherfucker back again. I was 39, 38.
Hey man, y'all some living on the edge types, man.
Hey, you want to know how I lost my license? This is a good quick story, all right? I was drunk as fuck one night, and I was trying to do the responsible thing and drive to my buddy's house and pass out there, which is only a couple blocks down the road, all right? Rather than drive, 30 minutes down the road. Well, as I'm going to his house, there's a damn police barricade, and not with the cars, but with them barricade things in the road. And look, where I wanted to go, I couldn't see nothing, but I saw the house where I was trying to go. So what did I do? I drove up on the sidewalk around the barricade, come around the curve, and God damn it, if some other drunk didn't get into a car accident and hit a telephone pole and kill himself right in front of the house I was trying to go.
Hey, you notice, if y'all been around white guys, they all of their crazy side adventures always start with I was drunk as fuck one time.
or high. It's always inebriation.
Hey, look, hold my beer, watch this, man. Some crazy.
Well, what pissed me off about it though, dude, is when they pulled me over. The one cop tried saying he went back there and checked where I came in. He kicked one of the barricades down, tried saying I drove through the barricade. I said, no, I didn't. I drove up on the sidewalk, silly. I went around your barricade.
See, man, the Pop brothers would have had a field day with you, man. The Pop brothers-in-law, they say shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I was only 21 then, dude. I didn't know anything. Look, I was just trying to convince the cop to let me go where I was at the house I wanted to be. Literally, I was right there. Just they pulled me over before I could get in the driveway.
If you could see the house and you saw the barricades, why don't you just like park on the side of the road and then just walk the rest of the way?
Because it was a bad neighborhood in town, dude. I wasn't leaving my car a block and a half down the road. I want my shit right where I'm at.
All right.
Because I'm white, dude. That's why. Because I'm white and I make dumbass decisions when I'm drunk.
That's not why. Everybody makes bad decisions when they're drunk. It's just severity of the bad decision is the issue.
Look, my logic made sense, dude. I didn't even see no cherries, no berries, no nothing, dude. So I thought I was in the clear.
It happens to the greats, bro. It happens to the greats. We're not going to cast this.
But that's how I lost my license until I was 33. Because it was just a downhill struggle from there. I ended up with, like I said, 16 driving under suspensions, and then I got another DUI about 3 years later and got pulled over right in front of my house. And tried to convince the cop that knew who I was that I wasn't who I was.
Oh, that one happened to me. I wasn't drunk though. I got arrested in front of my house.
Well, look, dude, he pulled me over, and I knew what was going to. I planned on giving him fake information, and I figured he would go back in the car and run it, and I was just going to kick my flip flops off and take off. All right. Nah, that motherfucker sat right there at the window and ran the information I gave him. He said he's saying my name and running my social security, running the number that I gave him. He said, "Ain't you Brian?" And my last name. And I was like, "Nah, dude, you got me confused with somebody else, man."
White man's burden. Anyway.
Yeah, true. Go ahead, Dirty.
Nah, all right. No, I was gonna say, let's get back to the topic. I'm giving her the opportunity to get the show back.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I thought we were gonna go to. Whoever was gonna say something.
I got an old topic that you guys were discussing. It was kind of the black people and white people coming together and realizing
that's never going to happen.
No, right. So listen, and it's not that it's never going to happen. It already does, which is why when you look at kids, and I'm talking kids like little kids to middle school to high school, there's really no animosity towards a race or towards other people based on race as kids, except for foreigners. They don't, for some there's something in them that does not allow them to naturally integrate as kids with society. I don't know if it's what they're taught at home or something that is just built in, but kids get along with each other and they become friends and they realize that there's more alike than not alike. But foreign people don't have that same type of, or foreign kids just don't include themselves.
It's accent and body hair. That's all it is. Accent and body hair.
Yeah, it's something to make them other. And a lot of times, like say if the kid don't like I had a Puerto Rican supervisor when I was in the military, and he'd be telling me all these jacked up stories when he first came to the States. And he was like real young. He didn't know how to cuss. And all the kids would like laugh at him because he'd be like, mother bitch. So all the kids make fun of him or whatever, and he was like kind of short. So like, anything to other you, man, kids are pretty brutal. So
kids are brutal.
Yeah, I was gonna say kids are assholes, dude. Let's keep it a buck.
No, it's certainly taught behavior. The other part is nurture. and then nurture. Yeah, like I said, he grew up around a bunch of kids being picked on, so it's like, yo, that gets instilled in.
As long as the kids are friends with each other, that dynamic is true 100%. But be somebody that's an outcast or outside of the friend group, and the kids are dicks, dude. They're assholes.
It's natural though. It's a very
they're the first sense of weak link in the group and everything.
I think what you're kind of referring to, I think that was Moses speaking earlier. When you're talking about like black and white kind of coming together, I think really there won't be a broad kumbaya kind of coming together.
Absolutely not.
You're right, and you're foolish to expect such things, but at the same time, I think there is possibility, there is fertile ground for something of an in group out group relationship, whereas like
I can see white. Well, I was going to say I can see a small group of black and white men putting their differences aside just to get some shit done that needs to be done, and then hating each other when they're done getting that shit done.
I mean,
that's how nationalism
that sounds like
work.
the military.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. That's practical nationalism, especially when we have little diverse ethnic differences and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's because rational men can sit and say, "Look, let's put our hate aside and focus on this, and then we can go back to hating each other and living in our corners afterwards."
White men do that right now with different.
You know what? You know what? We got to stop throwing the word hate around so casually when we describe like the black and white tensions in America, because you know what hate is really. The Hindus and the Muslims are having another one of their infinite 1,000-year wars, and they're slaughtering each other right now in parts of South Asia. Like, it's crazy right now. I mean, all the brutal pillaging and grapes and all that stuff, all the medieval shit, it's back.
Okay, so that's real hate. That's real hate. I get what you're saying.
That's real hate.
That's nothing technically about religion versus a religion. My religion, God, is better than yours.
And America's never really had that.
I don't know if it's the religion thing, because
Right,
the Indians and the Chinese is like that too. They had like a little conflict during COVID, and because the tensions have always been like on edge, they couldn't give a single one of them like weapons.
Yeah, actually, there's a border. There's a border town
in the Himalayas. Yeah, their border. They have an agreement. I think it was a long-standing agreement.
It has been. They only use medieval weapons.
Yeah, because if you start a shooting war up there, it could escalate. So they figure if they club each other to death with rocks and sticks, nobody cares, and they don't. They respect it. They keep that shit a buck. That's crazy.
Hey, but you know what? The kumbaya, to push back a little bit of what you said, the kumbaya is when you don't kill each other. That's a kumbaya.
And the kumbaya.
But just nobody there's only going to be a small percentage group that's going to do that between blacks and whites. We seen that in the 70s with the hippies.
But you know what's let's be fair, bro. There's only a small percentage group of any group that do anything.
True, and that's what you really need is for that small percentage to shift the direction of the herd.
15 people that take over the nation, bro.
But that's your best and brightest, and that don't work for black people. You heard me? That's your best and brightest, and doesn't work for black people.
That's assuming the boule is your best and brightest. We know this.
They are, but that's also the problem. It's not that they're not our best and brightest.
They're not.
The boule has the same problem of the American elite. Your best and brightest don't really respect you or work for your interests. There is no the noblesse oblige, however you say that shit. They don't have any no sense of I need to care for the common man. They have none of that, right? So so when you think of like ideas like globalism or transnationalism, there's that's like the American elite, broadly speaking. But when it comes to like the black elite, they don't actually work to grow the black population. At best, they're communist.
Okay, well, I'll give you the communist part, and I don't want to hear no DEI gangbanger, but I'm about to say something real quick. So the best and brightest, they don't care. They're not part of anything, right? Like the actual brightest. The boule aren't the best and brightest. It's kind of like when people talk about, man, white people got it all together. They had 100-year plan. These are not the same crackers from 1920.
That's a fact.
So same thing, but the hegemony is there. So same thing with the boule. My
I tell stories all the time. My grandmother hung out with Carol Mosley Braun and Paul Simon and Mr. Romney
and Hillary Clinton. He's the
Rodham.
ops.
I mean, Rodham. I said Romney. Rodham, Mr. Rodham. I don't know if she don't have Hillary. Hillary would look like my dad's age, but but it skips a generation. My dad ain't do shit, and then I'm out here hanging out with senators and eating tacos with the aldermen and still gangbanging. Like, it skips a generation. What happens when you talk to the best and brightest? If you're bright, they talk to you. Bright people don't talk to dumb people, and most people are dumb. That's not a boule thing. That's the best and brightest thing. The best and brightest don't even care about the boule. The best and brightest want to help you get this money, because they think money is power, or at least money will get you out the situation you're in, right? So they want
money can get you in the direction of power,
right? Money can buy the shooters. Now the boule are scared of the shooters, so they can never have the power of force. They can only have the power of influence, but they don't even have the influence because they're scared of the people. So all they do is chase white women, and then black men put black women in charge. There is no, when I tell y'all that all the reparations talks are black women married to white men, listen to those women speak. They dumb as shit. They all dumb as shit.
So the white men they're married to.
I'm not going to disagree.
I hate to do it, right? But look at all this natural hair on screen.
I was going to comment that I bet if you gave Hood about 2 months with her, she would make him a good wife.
Man, she kind of look like a brown Elmo.
No,
that's messed up, dude.
You haven't heard her talk yet. I wouldn't take that kind of bet.
She got a crazy voice.
No fixing her. No, I mean, listen to the words she said. Like, there's no fixing her. She's too far gone. She's here to rep Kamala, by the way. I wanted to actually review this. I haven't listened to this yet.
Off with her head.
Jack in Warren, Ohio, is a Republican.
Man, she look like an alcoholic.
Good morning. Hey, I just want to ask the lady a question about. I'm not an African American. I am a foundational Black American, and I wish Black women like her. She looks like a foundational Black woman, and I would like for her to represent us right. When Kamala Harris says she's not going to do anything specifically for Black America, she lost the Black men vote right then and there. This is what we want. We want you Black women like you to listen. We want reparations.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna let it finish, but goddamn, I already know this shit is not gonna go well. This is what Black men want from you, Black women. Oh fuck, bro!
This is why Black men will never be able to racism properly.
I promise you, bro. Just Chicago guys. Only Chicago men can racism properly.
He's from Ohio, by the way.
Fred Hampton, R.I.P. Fred Hampton. Well, I hate the Panthers, but at least they know how to go ahead and say pig, white man, all that good stuff. These soft ass motherfuckers are here today. Ooh, man, go ahead.
Foundational Black American, and I wish Black women like her. She looks like a foundational Black woman, and I would like.
Real quick, pause this.
To represent us,
because this is the problem. This is the problem. Okay, you only have one group of people that are expecting something specifically to be given to them, and completely overlooking the nation as a whole. What can I get? What can I get?
Okay, here's
that's not necessarily true, Snowman.
Yes, it's very
white women expect the they don't expect reparations, but they expect to get stuff all the time.
Right, white women.
Dude, I'm sitting here telling you that white men are the only men that don't expect anything from anybody.
I'll grant you, no, be the exclusion.
I think he's saying that women expect things from the government, which is true.
Every other special group, the gays want something. Black women got $10 billion from Goldman Sachs.
I'm tired of this shit. I'll vote for you if you give me stuff.
I got what you're saying. I'm not mad at what you're saying. I'm just saying that every
most of Americans are Marxists, have that mentality. Unfortunately,
I mean, are we surprised? Like we're going to the Kennedy days where you ask the question what you can do for your country. Instead, it's what can my country do for me?
Well, for me, this is becoming a really tiring argument every time you watch a news clip like this or something, and you got people that are repping FDA or ADOS or whatever other pretend group they want to be this day.
Yeah, but
it's always Where's my millions of dollars, or where's my hair? Where's my hair legislation? I mean, this shit's getting insane.
Hold on, I don't want to get bogged down on that part. I don't want to get bogged down on that
Yeah,
part.
but the same people that want those handouts are the same people that cause inflation by giving money to Ukraine and all this shit.
Let's let it play a little more. Let's
I'll
let the
go with
clip
that.
play. Hold on. Let's let it play a little bit more because we were getting bogged down in something. We didn't even get. It's only 20 seconds into the clip.
I'm still mad.
I'm trying to avoid going through this punishment.
No, my thing is, how does he know what?
Shut up, so he can play his clip.
No, I want to say this. She got on $14 worth of cheap makeup. How does he know what the fuck she looked like? You look like
He's simping, nigga. Obviously, he came out the gate simping. That's what we stopped the first time.
Simping. Heavily. He's one of these my black queen type of motherfuckers.
This is what we want. We want you black women like you to listen. We want reparations. We want an anti-hate crime bill.
Look at the expression on her face.
We are not playing any games with the Democrats. You guys have been running this country for the last 16 years.
Yo, those anti-hate crime bills are anti-free speech.
Black men. The Asians got an anti-hate crime bill, you know, and all these other groups get all this money. But when it comes to black men, like the people in Chicago and in New York, they're not getting everything. They're bringing in all these Latinos, running our neighborhoods over. And
So,
then
Jack, let's let Reese respond to some of these points that you've made.
I actually really appreciate this call because this is like the greatest hits of disinformation campaigns that is targeting the Black community. First of all, there's no such thing as the Asian hate crime bill. There's the COVID-19 anti-hate crime bill.
She's definitely not FBA.
I told you.
Cases that are COVID-19 related.
Came out simping for nothing.
It's called the Civil Rights Acts that have already been passed, as well as the Matthew J. Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Acts. And so there's no deficiency when it comes to the Black community in terms of hate crimes legislation. We wouldn't know, for instance, that Black people are the #1 victims of hate crimes if we did not have federal hate crimes legislation. So that's a battle that is already won and does not need to be relitigated and fought again. In terms of, you know, Democrats having...
That I will say, Black folk, I mean, I don't really believe in hate crimes anyway. It's a stupid concept. Like any violent crime is basically a hate crime technically. I didn't love you when I punched you in the mouth, so I don't really check. I don't appreciate that.
I mean, like, you if 50 Shades love and you know Alpha love.
It's disingenuous. It's like when you see on eggs and it'll say gluten free. Of course, this motherfucker is gluten free.
Well, I mean, but if you look at the law, right? If you know there's premeditation in murder, what do you have? You have a higher statute for murder. Like saying hate crime, what you're doing is you're lessening all crimes, except for these ones that you segregated to this little bit of scrutiny over here.
But what's fucked up is the hate crimes can get you worse. Like if you kill somebody, or I mean, my bad, if you delete somebody and then you delete somebody, but it's hate crime deletion, like you'll get more time, even though they both the same thing.
Yeah, which doesn't mean anything because what if the person just happened to be this race?
Right. What if I happen to hit a gay guy in the mouth? Not because he's gay, but because he talked too fucking much.
Exactly. Yeah. Dirty got a good point. So it's stupid, that stuff, because most of the time people, honestly, most of the time people be knocking each other out because something specific, not because of like a race or something like that.
Right. It's not because you wore a dress that I hit you. That's why I avoided you. It's because you hit on me. That's why I hit you.
The fact that you were wearing a dress is why I didn't hit you with everything I have.
No, I'm hitting you with everything I got. You're still a man. I'm trying to put you to
sleep.
Yeah,
it's still a dude.
But see, that's how you get hate crimed.
Hey, see, look. This is why, like, y'all shouldn't be picking nobody up on West Hollywood like them dudes back in the day.
Oh, like that.
You don't pick anybody up by any inner city park anywhere.
Don't let anybody in your car. It's not safe anymore. Well, I want to get back to Reese. I don't think she's FBA. I don't know if she is.
She is not.
She is not FBA. If she's anything,
her name is Reese.
She's definitely not FBA.
Administration, where we saw the country go into the crapper, in terms of the economic condition, in terms of his handling of COVID.
She's Black Lives Matter.
That You can't
that's what
hold
I'm
Democrats
saying.
accountable for the fact
All
that
women are
there
black,
are
so
states that have
yes,
Republican
She's George
trifectas.
Soros
So if
matters.
you're looking at where Black people are most heavily concentrated, it's actually in states that have Republican trifectas. Democrats are not running those states. And
Oh
so
God,
there
this
was
is
a part that I
horrible.
missed in terms of some of the things that the gentleman said, but the
He
reality.
did say that Harris has said that she wasn't going to do anything for Black people.
Thank you. So that is from an interview where 5 seconds of a clip is taken out of a response in which she was saying anything that this country does for Black people is going to benefit all of our country. So she was not saying that she would not do anything specifically for Black people. She was saying that anything that benefits Black people benefits all the country. The reality is she has
she
done
said
things
both of
specifically
those
for
things.
Black people. I already
Yeah,
mentioned it
she said
earlier, her work around
specifically.
Black maternal mortality and
She didn't say
HBCUs
she
and
wasn't
things
going to
of that
help Black
nature. And
people.
so
Explain to me how anything that benefits
looking
black
to call
people
yourself
benefits the whole
running
country.
festivals and
No,
things
she
of that
said she
nature.
wasn't.
Yeah.
She said she wasn't gonna do anything specifically for Black people, right? So
Yeah.
case in point, like a HBCU funding. Okay, like she wasn't like out there leading the charge for Howard. In fact, didn't they claw back some of the money that Trump
Yeah, they
gave
took
away?
like first
Yeah,
weekend
she
off.
did.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
But that's because they want to take all the money for themselves. I mean, they're not going to say that,
Hey,
but
hey,
they be corrupt
listen.
as fuck.
I can tell she's FBA because she did a much better job of putting up a smoke screen and deflecting than that John Pierre press secretary, the
She's
fraternity
taking that
guy.
Michael Eric Dyson oratory class.
Man, she
Dang.
is
No,
killing
like,
it with the bullshit, boy.
You
but
Hey,
know
here,
that's
that is an FBA Keisha.
you know the
and
crazy thing about the
she's
reparations
definitely not.
conversation, though.
Definitely not the Michael Eric Dyson type. She's not using enough big words.
Yeah, that
No, but you got to listen to the way she may not be using big words, but you got to look at the way she's attacking the arguments.
Here's the thing: the reparations conversation is a black bank conversation. There are no reparations given by the government. Just they just what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, they give you your money back. I can't think of the word right now. But somebody pays it and then they send the feds the bill, and the bill
Restitution.
Well, not restitution.
It's called a refund, dummy.
Right. Either way, whether it comes directly from the government, which means printing money, or if it comes from the bank, which is like printing money the hard way, either way,
The
it's going
government
to
doesn't
be
print money, though.
Right.
well because the
Yeah.
Fed is a different bank. The Fed prints money, but
Right.
still, that's kind of the thing. You're messing with a huge inflationary issue now.
exactly,
But you're
and
not.
that's what
No,
they
no, no.
don't
But
understand.
wait. But you're
The
not.
Democrats don't understand simple economics. The liberals
No.
don't understand simple
No.
economics.
But there is a simple economic to it, but it's not that you have to print more money. The issue is most of the things that, because there's already funds that they don't call reparations that they have for
Facts.
low income and at risk youth.
Welfare. They
all
already
types
got
of
all that shit technically.
Well, welfare isn't the same thing.
Talk about
But
section 7, 8, 9, 10, all the damn different sections of.
Yeah,
Right,
and
but-
these fucking taxpayers have to pay that shit for these fucking low hanging fruit motherfuckers.
all right, cool.
Most of the people that think they're paying taxes aren't even fucking paying taxes anyhow.
Right, yeah. Fuck them trailer park white kids. Like, I don't know why when y'all think. See, that's part of the bad part of the black brand, that they think poverty is black. That's crazy. Anyway, the point is that the money can be reallocated to other things. That's not even the issue. The issue isn't the money. The issue is you can't get shit until you got shit. So they come begging with nothing. Instead of being like, I put it up, man. I put this bread up, man. Give me my bread back.
Some of these things are financial literacy. Like, yeah, you're right. If you don't know, you don't know. But also at the same time, most of the time, these people don't go out like looking to get these answers. They just want to blame somebody and be like, hey, we don't have X, Y, and Z, but then they're buying $300 Jordans or something like that.
Honestly, all I hear is, man, you can buy me cheap. I want to be a slave. When I hear that, I'm like, okay, shit, they want to be a slave. All right,
Yo,
cool.
so if you cut them a check, they would spend up all the money and be in the same situation, probably worse.
Yeah, look, it
That
happens
is
to people all the time who win the lottery.
Well, it is going to be worse because if say reparations passes, all they're doing is basically taking their money and making it worthless.
Yep. Taking everybody's money and making it worthless. It's going to devalue the dollar even more.
That's what I'm saying. But what, in essence, they're basically making their own reparations worthless. And then to top it all off, you know, you got the whole aspect of the fact that they're literally going to be paying their own reparations too.
I gather you all.
And then not only that, but this is why I was never really pro reparations once I really kind of understood what people were asking for. Because, you know, there are little details that make it impossible. Like, what's the hourly pay rate for a slave?
They didn't have to pay. That's why
I think it should have to at least be minimum wage.
Well, what's minimum wage for a slave?
Well, today minimum wage is $7.85 an hour. I think
minimum wage acts like inflation to your economy too. In fact, minimum wage originally was like designed to like kind of stop a lot of black kids from getting experience.
And then you understand minimum wage is an inflationary concept in and of itself.
Facts.
So who's to say the slaves wouldn't have negotiated even less of a salary on their own behalf? Like, the number is completely imaginary.
Well, look, hold on, because there's a real easy way that the whole reparations thing could actually be taken care of and be done. But the thing is we're at a stage now where the people that want reparations aren't wanting the original agreement. They're wanting money now. There's all kinds of open land in this country that ain't being used nowhere. Yeah, these motherfuckers are 40 acres in a pickup truck and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Americans, we have a lot of opportunities and privileges, and a lot of these things are given to people, and they already, honestly,
I'm talking a used pickup truck, like an S10.
But in general, the average American spends in their lifetime $1 million, more than that, technically. So most people are, if you look at it in that sense, are privileged and are millionaires, and that's including.
The thing is property. The one thing that's stayed consistent with inflation is property value. You know, property, the cost of the property has went up right along with inflation. All right, so take your 40 acres somewhere, wherever out in the wilderness somewhere, get your donkey or your fucking S10 and shut up.
Hold on, I'm about to tell y'all exactly how much reparations would be.
But the money's there. The money's already there. They just have to use it correctly and not use it on dumb shit.
What are you talking about? There ain't the money's already there for reparations. Are you insane?
No, hold on. Snowman. What they do is they're gonna give you the land, right? Then when you can't pay the taxes on the land, they're gonna take it back, and then
that's not my problem.
Hold on, wait. I'm gonna tell you how much it would be, because Snowman asked me. I'm gonna tell you. So according to the white man's infinite knowledge, it costs between $300 to $5,000 to get your freedom paper, but the average price was $300, right? So with inflation in today's money, that would be $9,500 per person.
That's it? Only 10 grand?
If you mark it up to, they say, as much as 5,000.
And that's what I exactly just said. With all the things that people get, government handouts, whatever the fuck you want to call it, socialism stuff around here, people already get that money. That's what I'm saying.
Then you look at
it's really crying for $10,000.
Yeah. Hey, and if you want the whole country, you're going to have to do like we did. And you're going to have to take it from us.
It could be anywhere between 10,000 to 159,000 per person.
You see, and that's why I reject the whole thing, because that range. Hold on. A range like that is not serious. Anywhere between 10 and 159,000. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If they had $300, and I'm leaning toward the $300 though, because $300 in 1860 was some bread, right? Yeah. So if it's $300, right? I got to go back to my calculator. If it's $300, I'll tell you when I get it.
Yeah, Dirty.
But basically, what you do is you divide $300.
They're not gonna go with that number. They're gonna be like a injury claim lawsuit, right? Where they're gonna need like about 3 pain.
Yeah, they're trying to tack just a bunch of imaginary interest to this.
They're gonna need a couple of pain and sufferings, about 3 pain and sufferings. They're gonna need mental anguish, and then they're gonna need.
What they need to do is they need to get a job and get off welfare.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but what's funny is a lot of people that I see like having this argument, they're not like they have jobs. I don't know if they have careers, but they work. So I'm like,
hell no,
damn,
that's
man, like
crazy.
they doing this in their spare time.
I gotta do
First off, if
But
they had
but
more of a mentality of a how do you say, of a business person instead of just employee, they would have already made that 10 grand.
Do I want to make this hourly?
You know what? This is why disease
Hold on.
and
You
high
know
blood
the
pressure and
wildest thing? Like one of the major spokespeople, Tariq Nasheed, I seen a video of him driving a Bentley the other day. And I was like, oh, I didn't know he was rolling like that. He's rolling in LA in a Bentley, man. Drop top too. And I said, man, y'all been
That
playing,
seem
man.
about right too. It got to be $300 because the numbers come out right. So that means that because the way that they mark how much your freedom paper will cost is how much it will cost for 7 years of service. Because even if they called it chattel slavery, nationally, constitutionally, we were indentured servitude nation.
Dude, it's suspicious. It's actually has a good point. That if they got reparations in America, if you get any kind of substantial lump sum that it gets taxed pretty hard, imagine how much they're going to lose in taxes on that.
Oh,
it's like almost 50%. It's like
no, I ain't tripping on that part.
Yeah, taxes to who?
To the feds.
No,
so,
I'm not.
So it's the same people that are giving that are
giving them the money,
That's
right?
still, yeah, dude. Just because they're giving you money still doesn't mean that shit ain't taxed.
Right.
Exactly.
They tax the lottery, and that's state money, and they tax the lottery. You know what's so crazy? It comes down to 22 cents an hour to be a slave. Now, the reason I believe that's true.
Damn, that's like 3 cents more than what you make in the prison.
Well, how I know that, and that's today. I mean, that's 22 cents back then. So what would it be in today's money? Hold on, let me do it real quick.
How do I know that? Because I have a black person that's my personal slave working in a prison, sending me a check every month.
So in today's money, it'll be $7 an hour, $6.99, $7.
Yo, but doesn't that mean, first off, doesn't that mean you have to admit you were a slave? That's all
right.
of this stuff is
so
very
that's a whole
broad.
different argument. But that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of stipulations. But what I'm saying is, if they got, and I know that's true because my grandfather's first job.
My day. Hey, did you see that comment? Your day is numbered, so-called white man.
Hey, whatever. So it would be.
I love people like you. Hit the link. Hit the link.
So at $7 an hour, that's how much Negroes want, right? With today's inflation for slavery, they want $7 an hour.
So they want less than minimum wage. They can't even deal right.
No, like you know, the easiest way to deal with this would be you pass it, but you say, hey, all right, you got to produce records. Like,
right.
you know, showing this lineage, and most people didn't keep records, so guess what? Nobody gets
most
it.
people don't have
the truth is most black people probably have a ton of land on record in their family. That's why it's like a weird conversation if you actually
it really is.
Because
it is a weird conversation.
They already have the land, they just don't know what to do with it. It's more
also not considering there's probably a whole bunch of people that are really Native Americans. They're not even from slaves.
And hold on, let me finish it because it's more of a mental and cultural thing that's like, okay, if you were to have this land, what would change about your day-to-day lifestyle? Are you mentally ready to I don't even know how to help them see that you could have everything everything you wanted. You want land, you could either have it, you already do. What would you then do? Are you ready to keep it up? Are you ready to
these city Gloctaviuses are not ready to be self-sufficient and homestead and do all that stuff. Come on, they
dude, that'd be funny to see them turn into farmers.
No, it's not gonna happen.
No. We do not want those people around the small towns and the precious American places.
You want them to feed themselves, of course we do. We're not talking about
Mel,
farmers like putting food in the grocery store, but farm as in, if you could actually learn how to grow your own food, you'll realize you could actually solve your own problems. You don't need to
those motherfuckers ain't trying to learn. That's the whole point.
They wouldn't learn. They would sell it to developers, and they get mad when the developers like turn it into like a profit.
Come on, bro. These motherfuckers can't do shit right. I see them every day with their pants half below.
If they were smart, what they would do is they'd sharecrop the land out.
Majority of people.
Like I said, if a lot of these people that already have land that you're talking about, they'd smart, they would sharecrop the land out. They'd have somebody farm it for them and just take a percentage of it.
Hey, suspicious talking about it includes payroll deductions. Oh man.
Yeah, that's too funny.
Does it come with Cobra?
That's great.
Look, man, these kids out here, man, especially these Gen Z, They're not ready to go on a farm and be self-sufficient, wake up at 4 a.m. and feed the cows and do this and that. Come on, man. I grew up in these kids out here, they can't do any of that shit. They can barely wipe their own ass, let
Look,
alone take care of land.
I want to see them like just baling hay.
I want to get back to this clip real quick.
Let's get back to the clip.
Suing so that Black farmers cannot get relief, suing so that things like the Fearless Fund cannot exist.
Oh, she's talking about Black farmers.
Entrepreneurs. I don't know how you reconcile the idea that Black people need to get something specifically, reparations being one of them, where 100% of the people that support reparations in the federal government are Democrats.
You've had welfare for 30 years. There's your repo.
Done, but let's
Facts. That's what I'm saying.
Not the dude.
That is not repo.
The hell it ain't, sir.
See, once again, you're making a woman thing a black thing.
Nah, bro. Welfare in a way is reparations, and welfare technically started for white people.
No, it is not. Just because y'all want to be racist and act like y'all egalitarian, does not make it true.
I don't know how you reconcile.
It's a handout. That's all I'm saying.
Jesus Christ.
Reparations being one of them, where 100% of the people that support reparations in the federal government are Democrats, not Republicans. So I think that there's work to be done, but let's be consistent in our views and in the policies that we're advocating for.
Donald Trump doesn't even like Black people. And he's shown that when he got sued in New York in the 80s for not renting to Black people.
I don't think that we have to surmise what Donald Trump's feelings are towards Black people. He's already expressed it. I remember in his 2016 campaign, his appeal to us was, your lives are living in hell. What do you have to lose? That was his appeal. And now his appeal this time.
Was he lying, though?
I know, right?
Why? What was so bad about that? I never understand it. Because isn't that what Democrats say? Isn't that why Black folk need reparations? Because, they struggling is bad.
They're broke. Yeah.
And so when Trump says, "Hey man, y'all been struggling under Democrats all this time," oh no, what'd you say about Black folk? It's wild.
Dude, all you have is a bunch of tax dollars being funneled into these communities and shit, and nothing positive's coming out of it. How much more money do we have to keep wasting?
Mm-hmm.
I wish you guys knew how it works.
Hey, your homeboy Dirty got the skinny on that when he talks about the Urban League and all these organizations taking the money and squandering it.
Yeah, they be stealing all that shit. All them motherfuckers, Jesse Jackson, all these motherfuckers be thieves, man. Come on. But Black people eat that shit up, man. They be supporting the same motherfuckers who be stealing from them.
Damn, you know what? I'm having a hard time focusing between the immigration thing. I mean, the reparations thing and the immigration thing.
What the fuck is that?
There was a shooting outside the Aurora apartment complex.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. And the Hells Angels supposedly want to go in there and fight the Venezuelan gangs.
They're not going in.
Allegedly.
Communities. This is a big deal because for quite some time now, we've been hearing about the violence taking place in the migrant communities. This task force is going to target a specific Venezuelan gang that is known to not only be here in Denver, but in other cities across the country. Now, we are still not sure exactly what happened at this apartment complex, but what happened last night was downright ferocious with all that gunfire.
It's been happening with
hit by gunfire, shattered glass, police tape surrounding a large crime scene that was still being investigated at an apartment complex more than 12 hours after gunfire erupted in Aurora.
Warfare. That's all. It was different calibers guns, many different kinds of guns.
The shooting at the edge at Lowry Apartments on Dallas Street Sunday night around 11:30 left a man with life-threatening wounds. Police found numerous shell casings. This woman says she heard.
Yo, liberals voted for all this shit, man.
Wait, Hood. When was that police chief? When was her briefing? When did this happen?
That was like yesterday or today.
I'm not even sure, right? I couldn't give you an exact timeline.
Cause like my thought is the briefing happened and this happened after that.
When you guys are done, I'd like to point something out.
I see pictures of that chick or whatever. She's pointing at bullet holes in her car. She's driving like a white Nissan some sort.
I don't know.
Hey,
I saw a whole bunch of stuff on IG earlier about it. Supposedly, as far as social media is concerned, I've seen stuff about this for at least 4 days now.
All I'm saying is anybody living in these cities that has a problem with these migrants coming in, you're racist. That's all I got. You're racist. You're a misogynist. You're xenophobic.
I'm racist, man.
I hope you choke on all of those dicks. All of them.
Where you my Mick right there, bro. They racist.
hey, so wait a minute. Before I got bounced off, y'all said the Hell's Angels want to go into those complexes and fight the migrants.
Allegedly they're on their way to Aurora, Colorado.
Hey,
It's an
man,
internet
that
rumor.
just sounds like some Escape from New York, Sam
Yo,
Gleason
but
type
Well,
shit.
Aurora,
Oh my
Colorado.
God.
I think
Oh my
Aurora, Colorado is
God.
like where. Never mind. I forget what I was
Look,
even going to say. Go ahead.
honestly, all this stuff is bound to happen. The 80s movies been talking about it. But in general,
Right.
if the government doesn't do shit, vigilantism is going to go up. It is what it is. Bro,
Yeah,
I'm over here in the city. This shit is like Batman. This shit is like Gotham City out here.
but if it was to happen or whatever, like to that clip that Hood played, is because somebody from Hell's Angels got messed with, or they're cutting into their business. They ain't
No,
doing
no,
this for
that's not the case.
charity.
You got to take it. You got to take
Hell's
it.
Angels. Come
The
on,
only
man.
thing the Hells Angels were doing was a Toys for Tots ride. That's all that was, man.
Yeah, they do. They do those kind of things too. But you got to take into consideration there are good dudes, and it did start off from combat vets. So like they're
I
American
mean,
in
yo,
general. They
Now,
will
now,
stand up
now,
for that kind of shit.
now we're being a little romantic. It's
Man,
not
they
I'm
that
all
not
way.
like
being
I mean,
romantic,
because
I was going to say,
you
man.
hey, you can do that with the Bloods and the Crips too if you really wanted to, but
bro.
like let's
And
not
they
do that.
should be involved too. Listen, all these organizations originally, traditionally started to help the communities. Now, yeah, they do nefarious things, but
Yeah, but
that doesn't
all that
mean that.
matters is the end result. It doesn't matter how you started, and like the
I
road to
know,
hell is paved
but
with good
I'm just
intentions.
saying they still do things like that if there's a bigger purpose sometimes. And also, you got to take into consideration they have tons of different chapters. So there could be chapters that have. Look, I know people in these kind of MCs. They're everyday people. Yes, some people are doing bad stuff, but a lot of times it's your firefighters, it's your detectives, it's your lawyers, it's your
Those
weekend
aren't, dude,
warriors.
none of those guys are in any real MC. Come on.
And then also too, man, like if you start moving across interstate and not and from intro state inside the state, you talking about federal and bringing heat to your organization. That's crazy, man. Like why
I
would you
know
go
it's crazy,
across
but
state
desperate
lines?
times call for desperate measures.
No, it ain't that desperate yet. I'm
Oh,
telling you that
you
right
Right.
think
And
now.
so?
you're assuming that they would take it upon themselves instead of just bunker down.
Hey, the Hell's Angels ain't getting in the middle of no minority
That's a
complex.
fact.
They're not doing that. You
That's a
know?
fact. They're going to sit
And
there and watch eating popcorn and clean up
Right.
the mess when it's
yeah,
over and
that's
see what
a
they can salvage out of it.
But we're not talking about the Venezuelans are minorities, but they're going where supposedly where they are middle class American, you know what I'm saying, places. It's not so it's involving
uh
everybody.
lower
Hey, they don't
middle,
give they don't
lower
care
middle
about middle
than
class
low.
white people either.
Cause like if you look at those apartment complexes, man, they don't
Uh-huh.
look no different than row houses, man.
All I'm saying is all these sanctuary city supporters, if you have a problem with this shit, you're racist.
I agree with that.
And the people they keep on interviewing in those areas from those apartment complexes, man,
Hope
they
your
don't look
coffee's as
like
good as
your
mine.
typical
Hell, I hope
middle
it's
class
better.
people.
And mine's pretty damn good this morning. Look, I got to straighten something out for you. No, a Venezuelan drug gang has not taken over an apartment complex in Aurora, Colorado.
Is that Kenny Rogers' brother?
Crap. That is weaponized immigration crap. Mike Kaufman, the mayor of Aurora, Colorado, is a Trumper. Trump endorsed him when he got kicked out of Congress. And they're like cockroaches. Just because we ran him out of Congress didn't mean he went away. He's now the mayor of Aurora, Colorado. This is all made up crap. And the interim police chief that has nothing to lose, no skin in the game, took her police force down there, and they went door to door to door to door and talked to everybody that lives in that apartment complex. And no, the Venezuelans drug gang has not taken over. That's the plot of that 1991 B movie, New Jack City.
Nah, that's New York,
it's
by the way.
crap. And no, the Hell's Angels are not on their way to Aurora.
This motherfucker. He just tried to blame the blacks. Hold up.
Hey, dude, I respect what he did there. I respect the shit out of it.
Man, this low budget fucking Jim
Dude, he was right on code with the streets, son. Right on code.
He said this ain't New Jack City.
I, for one, am shocked and appalled.
Well, check him out though. Like, some that he said could be correct, right? But he could be wrong at the same time. So, like, the level it's been blown up can be too much, but to say it's nothing, that's clearly a lie.
Bro, I know it's not nothing just because I've seen it here in the city where I'm at. So it's definitely happening.
How are you two going to sit here and diminish this white man's use of black people's tactics?
Bro, these gangs are everywhere, man, unfortunately.
I'm just saying, man. I think we should have marinated on what he did a little bit longer. He blamed this on black people.
Right. That was like look.
But the funny thing about it, okay, being that he mentioned New Jack City, right?
Any card to be moved.
Where did Nino Brown learn that from?
Yeah.
People, so come on, man.
Nino Brown learned that from the Italians, but in general,
Hey, I will rock with this. I will rock with this cracker. He's got a backbone, man. No diddy. You know what? This motherfucker ain't afraid to push back and tell all these damn fucking
SB shame, blame, explain. It's all black people.
He just keeping it a buck. He keeping it a buck and telling these fucking monkeys that they're acting like monkeys.
He's only keeping it half a buck because technically it's the liberals in general, black and white. So let's be real.
They're all fucking monkeys, brain dead monkeys.
Fight off the evil. Drug gang. It's got snipers on the roof. That's not real either. Yeah, to make it for American drug gang. No, man. It's all made up crap. And it's made up crap to prime the pump because, Putin, through his embassy in Mexico City, made arrangements. There's another caravan at the Mexican southern border. And they said they're timing it to hit mid-October. It's just priming the pump. But for the bigots, and the white bigots love this. The same people that are anti-crime are now pro Hell's Angels.
Conservative, wouldn't the Hells Angels actually want to get involved? Because if you want to talk about business, taking their business.
War is bad for business. War is bad for business.
Yes, war is bad for business, but sometimes you need your turf.
What are you talking about? Hells Angels, if anything, are getting most of their drugs from the cartel, and if the cartel's in their backyard, it makes it easier for them to get their profit. It's a net gain for the Hells Angels. What are you talking about?
Listen, what do you really know about running a criminal organization that is multinational? Like, bro, don't make assumptions.
I wasn't making an assumption. I was asking. I'm saying if maybe that could be something that they could be doing for that reason.
Why would you get involved when they're spreading their territory out?
No reason to assume they would take the patriotic.
Isn't Colorado under the Banditos territory anyhow?
I wouldn't even know. I couldn't even get into that. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense to assume they would just jump in just because my America.
So if that was the case, though, Snowman. Hey, Snowman, if that was the case, right? It's enemy territory, right? So, like, an enemy of your enemy is what? Your friend?
No, so if it's just a bunch of your enemies and they're all enemies with each other, you just watch your enemies destroy each other and eat popcorn and laugh.
In which case, you stay home and you ride your bike around the neighborhood.
Right.
Crossfire behind that shit, though.
And like I only mentioned the Hell's Angels thing because it was a part of like it's going viral on Twitter or whatnot. People are putting all these videos saying the Angels are coming, but they're like old videos or random videos of motorcycles. Like I saw, I was driving through Staten Island yesterday, and I saw probably at least 50 guys on choppers driving through Staten Island. They were all black too. I was like, holy shit,
dude, that's dope.
Yeah, what the fuck are you guys?
Were they actually on cruisers, or were they all on crotch rockets?
No, they're on choppers. They're on cruisers, but I didn't see really any like ninjas or nothing like that.
Wait, Hill, you say you saw that yesterday?
Yeah, I was driving through Staten Island.
I can tell you why. It's the last day of the summer. Almost all the biker gangs do their last ride around New York.
Okay.
Almost all bikers do their last ride around America this weekend, man. It's Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, it's Labor Day weekend.
Last ride around before the winter season come in.
Most guys will start, unless you're a real biker and you ride your bike all year long.
Yeah.
That's just because you don't own a car, white man. Look.
No, it's just because, shut up.
Y'all, because y'all been racist the whole time.
Dude, what it is white people aren't afraid of the cold, sir.
Hey, you full of shit. I know plenty of white people. They shit in the garage unless it's like 70 and above. Man.
And those are fucking soy boy, Starbucks fucking cucked. Wannabe weekend warrior bikers.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. Hold on, are we taking away the winter? White people are the winter. What do you mean? How are we going to take them out of the winter?
No, hood. Like most white people don't be riding their bikes in the winter time. You need to stop.
I know a lot of guys that ride in the winter time.
Yeah,
but most people don't ride their bike in the winter, bro.
Yeah, most people don't ride in the bike in the winter in general.
Hey, dude. Okay.
White folk be out there in lacrosse shorts and a hoodie and a blizzard on a bike.
Dude, my wife used to watch me put on my Carhartts and then a snowsuit and then a leather jacket and then some leather gloves, welding gloves, and some snowboard gloves, and I get on my bike and take off.
Man, this one dude told me one time though, white cat, right? Country white dude. He said there's a fine line between hardcore and stupid. And some people don't know the line, man.
Well, you ain't, dude. You aren't going on no fucking 7-hour ride if it's fucking 20 below out. But if you want, if the sun's out and you want to put a coat on and go truck around town.
Hey, look, you hardcore, man. Like I'm not disputing that.
I want to get this last shot of the California Reparations Assembly here. Grows mad, y'all. Grows mad.
Hey, look, they got that flag right there.
Assembly Bill 1836 by Senator Barkan and regulating intellectual property.
Respectfully ask your honor.
Thank you, Senator Barkan.
What is going on here?
Yeah, what's going on?
Okay, we need some backstory.
Yeah, what happened?
This guy
I'm talking to you.
That guy is a Republican. He wants to bring the bill forward, and this guy is apparently, and the rest of the black Democrats or whatever, they're not like bringing the bill forward. And it's weird because it's their own bill. These Democrats are pushing the reparations bill. He's trying to call their bluff because the bill that he wants to push forward is actually like a watered down bill from Gavin Newsom. It's not going to give any money. It's just going to study how to give some money. And so he's like, "God, pass the reparations bill, nigga." And they're like, "No, we don't want to pass that bill." Like, don't make me pass the bill.
I heard about this, man. I heard about this.
Hey, it's similar. It's similar to what the squad did with that whole Medicaid for all deal, where they all balked on it pretty much. When Nancy Pelosi said jump, they said how high, and it proved that they weren't actually about that life.
No, they're not about that life.
You're now down to 15 seconds. Do you have testimony, Mr. Gallagher?
Mr. Speaker, I do.
See, black community, it ain't the white man trying to hold you back. It's your own people.
People themselves are usually their own worst enemy.
This whole California reparations thing is a big shit show. It's beautiful.
Hey, this is a good thing though, because what it does is it gets rid of those false pretenses that all these people are for this thing, but they're not actually doing the things to bring the thing forward.
Dude, this is like watching a reboot of Night Court.
Is this the same committee just a few months ago that made racist statements about black people in general, and now they trying to go ahead and give them reparations, and it's a black boule? All right, okay, but yeah, I love it. I love it.
I like Night Court. I like Bull.
Night Court was good. Night Court was good.
Don't get sidetracked. Damn.
No, we gonna wrap this thing up anyway. We closed it in on 4 hours here.
Richard Moore, rest in peace, man. We love you, Bull. Shit. favorite character, Night Quiz.
Yeah, boy was.
Yo, but isn't it illegal to have?
Hey, listen. Don't go. Don't try to take money from Chase Bank. They're not letting you niggas get that. I know you thought you had a money thing happening, but you niggas are gonna owe a lot of money, so don't do that. Just want to tell you that before we get out of here. Chase Bank is not gonna give you free money.
Hey Hood, did you hear about the
Maybe Federal ain't gonna give out free money like that.
Hey,
no more.
hey Hood, did you hear about the chick in Ohio that got scammed out of $6,000 and Chase ain't gonna reimburse her?
Oh,
hey, should be happening, man. I didn't hear about it though.
Hey, I don't know why people were banking with Chase anyhow. They were one of the banks that took the biggest amount of bailout money from the taxpayer.
In 2008, man, they fucked up everybody.
Why the fuck would you bank with a bank that basically fucked up, stole all your tax dollars from you, and then to add insult to injury, kicked you out of your fucking house?
If only Negroes were that patriotic, but we're not.
all banks do that shit.
Right?
You
every
still
bank
use
is
Wells
bad.
Fargo. They actually more worse than Chase.
But we got to get up out of here, y'all. We gonna wrap this thing up. We coming up on 4 hours. It's been a long Sunday show. We got to close this thing down, man. Appreciate you guys being in here. Thank you for supporting the show. Shout out to all the panelists. Shout out to everybody who was like double streaming on their own
We
platforms.
got the do angel. Whatever do at angel. We bet do.
What? I be trying to be nice to the slow kids, bro. Like y'all gonna make me be mean to the slow kids.
Hey man, neurodivergent people need love too, bro.
Fucking divergent people. Oh,
Fucking diversity. He is a diversity gangbanger, dude. He's like the Big Brothers Big Sisters program of the folks.
Snowman was not accepting any charity to the guy, and it was I was trying to be nice, bro, but it is what it is. I respected the energy.
Man, he came in hot, man.
I can't stand that motherfucker, dude.
Snowman gotta respect my gangster though. He be crapping on my gangbangery, bro.
I'm still waiting to see you actually gangbang.
Like, I'm an American.
You talk about it, but I ain't seen you do shit.
Oh no, Dirty's he's one of those reformed gangbangers where they all got in the mortgage.
Reformed gangbanger.
They all got in the real estate back.
Yeah, he's like a Christian
now. 2000s and stuff after they start catching all of them.
Yeah, they have like one yearly meeting now. Where they all get together and pour out a little liquor, smoke some blunts.
No choice. You ain't got no choice.
You gonna get baptized and like marry a little Filipina chick.
hey, like Beanie Siegel, man, you ain't got no choice. You like age out of the program.
Oh, you get a food truck. Yo, yeah, that'd be wild. Yo, I couldn't believe that shit.
Wait till I get a better white friend. I'm gonna come back bigger and better. Yeah.
Yo, we out of here, man. Y'all have a good Sunday, man. Happy holidays, y'all.
Yep, later, guys.
Later.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.